Welcome to the Childcare Director's Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you are a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Saccoccio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Childcare Director's Chair.
Hey there to all my friends out there, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine, New York, New Hampshire, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, California. I see you guys. And of course, our friends in Baltimore. No matter where you're listening from, I appreciate you so much. Welcome back to the Child Care Director's Chair podcast. I'm your host, Erica Saccoccio, and today we're picking up right where we left off. In our last episode, we talked about why so many directors and owners struggle with imposter syndrome. We uncovered the pressure, the comparisons, the lack of recognition, the perfectionism, and that lonely feeling that leadership can bring. And if you were nodding your head the whole time thinking, yep, that's me, then today's episode is for you, because now it's time to roll up our sleeves and get practical. How do you actually get unstuck? Well, how do you quiet that voice that says you don't belong and step boldly into your confident leader that you are? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Let me tell you, I have had plenty of moments where self-doubt has crept in. Even after years of running successful childcare centers, there were times that I thought, what if this falls apart? What if I make a mistake so big that everyone sees me fail? And that's when I realized staying stuck in those fears wasn't helping anyone. Not me, not my staff, not the children, and the families we serve. And the only way to move forward was to start taking action, even the small ones, to build my confidence back up. And all those tiny steps added into a big shift. I'm in one of those shifts right now. So before we dive in, here's the mindset shift I want you to hold on to. Imposter syndrome is not proof that you're unqualified. It's simply a signal that you care deeply about doing a good job. And that fear of being found out usually comes from high standards, not lack of ability. And once you reframe it, you can stop treating it like a truth and start treating it like the background noise that it is. So let's name it. Don't numb it. The first step is to call it out. When you notice imposter thoughts creeping in, say to yourself, this is imposter syndrome talking, not reality. Naming it will immediately take away some of its power. Too often we numb those feelings by overworking, micromanaging, or spiraling into self-doubt. Instead, shine a light on it. When you recognize what it is, and then you create a space to choose a different response. And sometimes I have to tell you, I have to sometimes say to myself, pull it together, girl. You have got this. And I don't care who you are. I don't care who you follow. There is not one of us who have not been sitting in a room going, holy cow, what's going to happen if this doesn't go through, right? Whether it's that big loan, whether it's that big conference, that next speaking engagement, whatever it is, that new position, we've all been there. So stop thinking it's your inadequacies, because it's not. Second, start to collect evidence of your success. Keep what I like to call a confidence file. This could be a folder in your email. It could be a notebook. It could even be a box where you drop thank you cards in from parents or those kind words from staff. Reminders of the wins that you have had, because on the hard days, pull it out. It's not about bragging. It's about reminding yourself of the facts. Your brain might even tell you you're not good enough, but the evidence tells a different story. Actually, as I'm sitting here in the podcast studio, right to the right of me, there is a gigantic frame full of all of the articles they had wrote about my center when we first opened. Now, I know newspaper is not what it used to be, but it's a great reminder of where we came from, how much we have grown over the last, 17 to 25 years, depending on if you're looking at it from the view of an owner or the view of a director. But just having those things out there, or if you get an email or a Facebook message from somebody who used to be a student or was a parent, print them out, put them in a box, keep them. I know it might sound silly, but listen, the more of those things that you put into your head, it creates less space for all the nonsense you got going in there. Find your circle. Do not do leadership alone. You need a circle of peers and mentors who remind you that your experiences are normal, and those who will cheer you on when you forget your own greatness. And I promise, I am one of those people who will remind you every day, because what you do every day is amazing. What you're doing for children, families, communities. It's really, really important that we continue this work. And no matter what setting you're in, whether it's a private school, a public school, a UPK, it doesn't matter. The work you're doing is important, and you're important, and I see you. And that's why communities like the ECE Trailblazers group are so powerful. Because when you connect with other leaders, you realize you're not only facing these struggles. You're not the only one. And suddenly the weight doesn't feel quite so heavy. And fourth, learn to reframe failure. Instead of seeing mistakes as proof that you don't belong, see them as data, as feedback. Every single leader makes mistakes, even the great ones. The ones who succeed are the ones who use failure as fuel, not as evidence of weakness. So think about it. You would never tell a child who falls while learning to walk that they're not cut out for walking. You would cheer them on. You would encourage them. You would remind them to keep going. You deserve that same grace. And finally, step into your power. Confidence is a muscle, and you build it by using it. That could mean practicing daily affirmations, preparing and rehearsing through a tough meeting, or even standing taller and changing your body language. Those small, intentional actions send a message to your brain. I am capable. I belong here. And the more you practice, the stronger that confidence muscle begins. And let's tell the truth. Confidence isn't just mindset, right? It'd be easy if you could just be like, yeah, okay, Erica, you're confident, go. It's also structure. When your systems are a mess, self-doubt gets louder. When you have tools in place, it changes everything. That's why I love Jackrabbit here. Having a solid back-end system for billing, scheduling, and record keeping gives you a peace of mind to focus on leadership instead of drowning in admin stuff. Systems don't just save you time, they help build your confidence. So let's recap. To get unstuck from imposter syndrome, you've got to name it. Collect evidence of your success. Find your circle. Reframe failure and step into your power. You don't have to do all 5 today. Just pick one and get started. Over time, these small shifts build into unshakable confidence. And that's what I want for you. And if you're ready to take this even further, I want to personally invite you to join us in the ECE Trailblazers group tonight at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can hop on for free for the next 2 weeks of September. And I also have an incredible guest joining us tonight, the one and only Anisha, ECE bestie. If you don't know Anisha, you will. So come join our group for the night. See what we're all about. We're going to be diving into leadership, confidence, core values, how you align your actions with your vision. It's going to be powerful, and you don't want to miss it. So remember, you're not stuck, and you're not an imposter, and you are certainly not alone. You're the director in the chair, and it's time you own it.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Childcare Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Saccoccio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.